Let us now learn about one of the most appreciated features of Avo Assure, self-healing. In this video, you will be able to explore the self-healing feature of Avo Assure, explain the benefits and usage of the self-healing feature, identify the different methods used to apply, and discard the self-healing property to captured or created elements. Discuss the process flow of implementing the self-healing feature to an element repository in Avo Assure. Differentiate between applying the self-healing feature to a single or all element repositories within a project in Avo Assure. Self-healing is an intelligent feature of Avo Assure that dynamically detects and adapts changes in element identifiers. This is especially useful as it supports the agile testing of applications. Even when an application being tested undergoes updates or enhancements, the self-healing feature continues to help in its testing using Avo Assure with reduced manual intervention. Let's understand this better. During a test execution, if Avo Assure identifies that an element used an attribute, which was not the first one in sequence in its element identifier list, the self-healing feature will automatically take up whichever attribute was used for that element's identification as a priority going forward. So why is self-healing important? It is a powerful capability designed to ensure that automated test cases remain robust and resilient despite the changes in an application being tested. It ensures tests adapt to changes with minimal manual intervention and reduces maintenance efforts and test failures, improving efficiency. Now, how does it help? Self-healing prioritizes the most reliable identifiers and updates its attribute value. This ensures seamless test execution, reduces test execution failures, and minimizes maintenance efforts. And when can you validate Avo Assure's usage of self-healing? As a user, you will note the implementation of the self-healing feature taking place during execution and not during the debug mode. You will be able to validate this in the test reports post its execution. Let's explore the feature benefits and usage of self-healing. It automatically prioritizes and updates element attributes based on their execution order. With this feature, users can ensure that either a single or all repositories within a folder are prioritized and updated based on the testing requirements. It provides flexibility in managing and organizing element properties in the most efficient manner based on execution needs. There are two methods to apply self-healing property to the captured or created elements. The first method allows users to prioritize or deprioritize elements from the default list based on its attribute values and save the order permanently. The second method discards all changes made once the execution is complete and is temporary. It's up to the users to choose which method of self-healing they would like to implement for the test execution. Choosing the first method of self-healing allows more options of saving the reprioritized steering elements to the repository. The Adjust the Broken Elements Attributes option, if checked, auto-identifies the broken element attributes and updates them based on the current UI element's identifiers. Checking Adjust the Broken Element Attributes and preserve the properties of reprioritized items for subsequent execution options. Automatically update element identifiers to match the current UI as well as dynamically adjusted the priority of the element according to the identifier that successfully located it. The second method of self-healing is the default option enabled for every repository created unless the user explicitly selects Save the reprioritized steering elements to the repository. The second method, Discard changes after execution, overrides the previously applied Save the reprioritized steering elements to the repository option if chosen previously. Users can modify the first method's settings at any time using method 2. It is important to note that for the self-healing process to succeed, at least one element identifier, such as ID, name, class, or another attribute, in the current element must remain unchanged. This allows Avo Assure to correctly identify the element on the reorganized UI and update the remaining attributes accordingly. Once the method of self-healing is decided, users can choose which repositories it is to be applied to. The first option, Apply to all repositories, is applicable if there are multiple repositories. Choosing this will either save or discard changes to all the repositories located in the same folder or parent directory. It helps maintain consistency across multiple repositories within a project structure. The second option, Apply to current repository, ensures that the changes made during self-healing are applied only to the elements within the currently selected repository. Now that you understand the concept and usage of the self-healing feature, let us quickly list its USPs and why its usage is recommended. Reduce test failures. It automatically detects and adapts to changes in UI elements, ensuring that tests remain functional even when identifiers are modified. This minimizes disruptions and keeps the test suite stable over time. Lower maintenance effort. It eliminates the need for users to manually update locators after UI changes. This saves significant time and effort, allowing teams to focus on higher-value tasks. Enhanced accuracy. Self-healing prioritizes the most reliable element identifiers based on dynamic analysis. This reduces the chances of false negatives and ensures accurate test execution. And finally, improved efficiency. By automatically resolving locator issues, self-healing enables smoother test runs and reducing execution delays. It ensures optimal resource utilization and faster feedback loops. Now, let us run through the process flow of self-healing when used in Avo Assure. Step 1. Avo Assure monitors element changes dynamically during test execution. Step 2. Using the self-healing feature, Avo Assure reorders element locators based on reliability after each execution. Step 3. Avo Assure automatically prioritizes the most suitable identifier for subsequent runs. Let's view a demonstration to learn how to apply the self-healing feature to the element repository. We will begin by exploring how the self-healing can be implemented within the current repository. To start with, navigate to the landing page of Avo Assure and select the project titled Avo Bank Application from the Project section. Next, navigate to the Design Studio. Navigate to the Avo Bank folder and select the Login Flow element repository. Click on Login Elements Edit icon from Elements list to view its attributes. The element identifiers with their attribute values appear. In this demo, let us make changes to the actual CSS selector value so it self-heals during execution. Please note that, for this demo, we will explore the capabilities of the self-heal feature in Avo Assure by manually adjusting and prioritizing attribute values as shown. Next, we will adjust the priority order of the identifiers to ensure that, once self-healing is implemented, the correct priority order is preserved in the identifiers list. After modifying the attribute value and deprioritize the element identifiers, the updated list of element identifiers is displayed. To ensure the changes are preserved, click Save Properties. Next, access the Tools menu. Choose the Self-Heal option. The Self-Heal pop-up appears requesting the selection of the method to be used for self-healing. Let's select the first radio button to save the reprioritized steering elements to the repository. Consequently, 2 checkboxes will appear for your review. Selecting the first checkbox will adjust the attributes of any broken elements. Meanwhile, the second checkbox is designed to preserve the properties of reprioritized items for future executions. In this instance, let's check both. Once done, click the Apply to Current Repository button to ensure any changes made during the self-healing process are applied exclusively to the elements within the currently selected repository and not to all repositories in the project. Upon applying the self-heal feature, a pop-up message appears, confirming that self-heal has been applied to the current repository. Additionally, a self-heal icon across the element list, indicating that the process was successfully initiated. Next, navigate to the test case section. Here we have already created the test case for this demo. Let's proceed with the execution. Click on the Execution tab. As you can see, we have already created an execution list. To initiate the execution process, first, select the folder labeled Avo Bank Flow, which contains the execution list. Next, click the Execute button. A pop-up titled Execute Now appears. Take a moment to review the configuration before proceeding with the execution. Once done, confirm and launch the test execution by clicking on the Execute button on the Execute Now pop-up to evaluate the impact of the self-heal feature. A confirmation message stating that the execution started successfully is displayed. You will observe that the execution progresses. Once the execution completes, proceed to the Element Repository section to review the updates made after applying the self-heal feature to the current repository. Navigate to the Avo Bank repository folder and select Login Flow. Click on the Edit icon on the Login element in the chosen repository to validate changes in the element identifier attributes. you can see that the priority of the attribute has changed. Additionally, both the CSS selector and the ID attribute were updated with new values after applying self-heal on the current repository. Now, let us move ahead and view a demonstration to learn how to apply the self-healing feature to all the repositories in a project in Avo Assure. For this demo, let's select the login repository from the Avo Bank repository folder. Click on the login elements edit icon. You can see the element identifiers with their corresponding attribute values in the list. Let's rearrange the priorities of the element identifiers. Additionally, let's also alter the value of the attribute relative XPath and hit enter on your keyboard. Once done, this is how the element identifiers look. Save your priority to lock the changes to the properties. Navigate to the Fund Transfer repository in Avo Bank Applications repository folder. For this demo, let's choose the Fund Transfer element and click on its edit icon. This displays the element identifiers with their attribute values. Now let's change the CSS selector's value. After editing and prioritizing the CSS selector attribute, let's save the priority to lock in the changes. Next, navigate to the Tools menu to access the Self-Heal functionality. Select the Self-Heal feature from the Tools menu. A self-heal pop-up appears requesting the method of self-healing to be implemented. In this scenario, let's select the first radio button. This action will save the reprioritized steering elements to the repository. After selecting the radio button, 2 additional checkboxes will appear. Selecting the first checkbox will adjust the attributes of any broken elements. Meanwhile, choosing the second checkbox will preserve the properties of reprioritized items for subsequent executions. In this scenario, let's check both. Once done, click Apply for all repositories. Once done, click Apply for all repositories. As you see, the test case is already created. Click on the Execution tab to access the execution section. For this demo, an execution list is pre-created, so let's execute it. A pop-up appears when you can review the execution configuration before proceeding with it. Confirm and launch your test execution to evaluate the impact of the self-healing process. Observe how execution progresses. Let us navigate back to the element repository section to validate the changes after applying self-healing to all the repositories in the project. Select the login flow repository from the Avo Bank repository folder. Now let's click the edit icon across the login element to view changes in its attributes. As you see, the priority of the attribute has changed. Additionally, the absolute XPath value is updated after applying self-healing to the first repository. Close the element identifier section. Next, select the Fund Transfer element repository from the same project folder. Click on Fund Transfer Elements edit icon to validate if the changes in attribute values and their priority was implemented in this repository as well. As you see, the changes are applied to this repository too after self-healing. Therefore, this confirms how to apply self-heal for all repositories in a project. Next, let us move ahead and view a demonstration to learn how to discard the self-heal changes after execution. Choose a repository from the Avo Bank repository folder. As you can see, the self-heal feature is already applied to all the repositories. Let us now try and discard the self-heal changes to the login flow repository. To do so, click on the Tools button. Choose the self-heal option from the Tools menu. For this demo, let's choose the second radio button to discard the self-heal changes to the current repository or all repositories in the project after execution. After selecting the second radio button, click on the Apply for All Repositories button. A notification indicating that self-heal is removed for all repositories appears. Additionally, the self-heal icon will no longer be visible in the repositories. Let's navigate to the Attributes section of an element in the repository to validate the removal of the self-heal feature. Note the element attributes with their values. Rearrange the priorities of the element attributes by prioritizing the elements with none as their values. After reprioritizing the attributes, lock in the changes by clicking the Save Properties button. A message confirming that the element properties have been successfully updated appears. Click on the second element repository named Fund Transfer under the Avo Bank folder. Click on the edit icon of the Fund Transfer element. Here you can validate the element attributes with their values. Change the element priority per your requirement. Please note that we are manually adjusting and prioritizing attribute values to effectively demonstrate the functionality of the self-heal feature in Avo Assure. After prioritizing the attributes, lock in the changes by clicking Save Properties. The element property's successful update is confirmed by a message. Now, navigate to the Execution section. Execute the fund transfer test case. Review the test execution configuration. Click on the Execute button to evaluate the impact of the self-healing process. You will receive a notification indicating that the execution started successfully. The execution progresses. After the execution is complete, proceed to the element repository. Choose the Login Flow repository again from Avo Bank repository folder. Click on the edit icon of the login element to bring its attributes up. You can observe that there are no visible changes in the attributes after discarding the self-heal changes after execution. Close the element identifier section. Navigate back to the fund transfer repository to observe the impact of the self-heal feature. Click on the edit icon of the fund transfer element. As you can observe, no changes in the attributes after discarding the changes even post-execution. With this, you are now familiar with the use of different options of the self-healing feature in Avo Assure. Well done! Now that you have completed this video, you should now be able to explore the self-healing feature of Avo Assure, explain the benefits and usage of the self-healing feature, identify the different methods used to apply and discard the self-healing feature to captured created elements. Discuss the process flow of implementing the self-healing feature to an element repository in Avo Assure. Differentiate between applying the self-healing feature to a single or all element repositories within a project in Avo Assure.